This is a crushing review, and that's because it's a review of a crusher. It's made by Kleemann and it's the MOBICAT MC110i EVO2. And try saying that with a mouthful of toast. It's a mobile jaw crusher in scale 1 to 50. On the sides of the box it's good to see technical information. This side is in German and on the other side it's in English. And if we turn the box around to look at an end panel, we see it's made by NZG and it's model number 1043. Let's hot-foot it over to the weighbridge and it comes in at about £2 3 ounces. And whoa, it's exactly 1 kilogram. Okay, that's the box, so let's open it up and see what's inside. As usual, there are a pair of expanded polystyrene trays and also a little slip of paper, and we'll look at that again shortly. And it is a warning notice. The trays are helpfully marked top and bottom, so we'll cut the tapes and make sure the top is on the top. With the tapes cut, we can then lift the lid, and there's the model wrapped in soft paper. But hey ho, that's all a bit odd because the model's upside down. Oh well, we can only assume this is the Australian version. We use the hand crane to get the model out, and also included in the box are a couple of bags containing spares and small parts. There's some other packaging to remove, which includes an elastic band, and the crawler tracks are also protected by cling film for shipping. There are a couple of parts to fit, and that includes a handrail with a beacon light and also a lighting pole. And it's good that these are not permanently fitted, because if you wanted to display the model in a transport pose, then you need to be able to take them off. Both parts fit into holes in the access platform, but they're slightly different because they actually clip in rather than just being a push fit. So it takes a little bit more dexterity, but it does mean that the parts don't drop out easily. Once the lighting tower in, there's a little set of lights that fit on top. So with the model assembled, it's back to the weighbridge, and we get about £1 10 ounces, or 730 grams. Starting underneath, the structure under the feed hopper is modelled, and the main support structure is modelled well. The small metal tracks are delicately detailed, and both the side belt and the main belt are in a rubber-like material. The supports under the main discharge conveyor are also modelled. The graphics on the model are sharply rendered, and the feed hopper is a solid metal part. It all looks the part with the various supports underneath. Looking down into the feed hopper, and it has smooth sides. The large springs are modelled with smooth surfaces, and underneath the pre-screen conveyor is visible. Stairs and handrails are modelled, although they're a bit on the thick side, but some of the smaller detailing is really good, such as the filler caps. Looking down, the safety screen and the pre-screen are nicely etched. And moving down, the Kleemann name is on the track frames, and the access stairs are simple without any texturing. The engine panels have got highlighted hinges, and all of the grills on the model are solid rather than with openings. The discharge conveyor is a very good looking part, which is enhanced by the flexible belt. There's a drive motor at the end, and the connection rivets are relatively discreet. There's also a magnetic conveyor for use during recycling operations. Back underneath the model we can test out the crawler tracks, and they can be rotated reasonably easily. A nice touch is that there are working rollers, and that's quite unusual in crawler tracks of this size. A nice touch is the opening cover, which reveals the big flywheel, and if you want, you can rotate it. This is matched by an opening cover on the other side of the machine, and this time the flywheel also has a drive belt which runs to the engine compartment, and it's a nice feature. The safety screen over the crusher jaws is hinged, so you can open it up, and that gives you a view down inside the crusher jaws. Another feature concerns the side belt, and that's where the warning notice comes in, and that says moving it gives a risk of breakage. And it's certainly true. If you really want to move the side belt to a transport position, you have to be very, very careful, and in truth it's probably too delicate. And here you can see the belt folded in. To reduce the headroom, you can also lower the main conveyor belt, and at this point the large hand crane has been summoned in to load the machine onto a low loader. But there's still a bit more to do, because to reduce the headroom you need to take off the lighting tower and beacon light, and we'll just place those on the low loader deck. Scale models of Kleemann machines always look impressive, and this one would also look very good in a suitable diorama. The standard of detailing is high, and some of the features such as the opening panels are implemented very well. But on the flip side you do have to be very careful with that side conveyor. Overall this is a good looking model which is rated as very good.